Hello guys, good afternoon. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, the Explicit Tutorials, and please, as you watch this video, do subscribe so that when I upload new content, you will be notified by YouTube. Alright. So in today's class, we are going to be discussing trigonometry. Alright, as the name implies, tri, we are referring to what? Triangle. So trigonometry has to do with the study of what? Triangle. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with the study of triangle. So in this case, we are going to be using a type of triangle called an equilateral triangle, whose three sides are equal. Look at the triangle, it's like this. Alright, the three sides are equal, okay? So there's a line that divides, okay, this angle 60 degree, this angle 60 degree, and this angle what? 60 degree. This place 2, 2, 2. So the three sides are equal and all the angles are also what? Equal. So an equilateral triangle, equilateral triangle, okay? The three sides are equal. So if I should draw another one, I'm having this, for example. Alright, and a line divides or passes through the middle of this triangle. The line straight. Okay, so this is a line that passes through this triangle. Now, if this here was 60, right? But because this line has divided it, here becomes 30, here becomes 30, here remains 60, 60, alright, angle 90, angle what? 90. Alright, so this place becomes 2, still remain, you still have it as 2, but because this line has divided it, this place becomes 1, 1. Alright, because this place was 2, right, but the line has divided it, so this becomes 1 and 1. Alright, so the line that divides an equilateral triangle into two parts is called perpendicular line. Perpendicular line. So the line that divides an equilateral triangle into two equal parts, we call it what? A perpendicular line. So from what I have now, this shape, from this, okay, now let me focus on angle 30 for now. I'm focusing on this angle 30. So let me bring out the shape. I'll be having this. Alright, so here I have 30. I have 30. Here I have 1. And here I have what? 2. Okay, so this angle 90. Now, please, you should note that when we refer to the hypotenuse is constant, which is the side facing angle 90. This part is the hypotenuse. Alright, so this angle here, this very angle, wherever this angle faces becomes what? The opposite. Here is always the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, and here is the opposite, and here becomes what? The adjacent. If this angle was here, here becomes opposite, and here becomes what? Adjacent. So from what I have now, so I'll label this place A, B, and what? C. Alright, you can observe that we have AB, we don't have AC, but we have what? BC. But according to Pythagoras theorem, which states that the square of the hypotenuse, which is AB squared, the square of the hypotenuse is the sum of the square of the other two sides, which means AC squared plus BC squared. Alright, so the square of the hypotenuse is the sum of the square of the other two sides. So AB squared, BC squared, then AC squared. Now we're having AB squared to be what? 2. We have that is 2 squared equal to AC. We were not given AC, so AC is still there. BC is what? 1, right? So B That is 1 raised by what? 2. This becomes 4 minus, this one is crossing. So 1 times 1 is same as what? 1. So equal to what? AC squared. So AC is equal to the square root of what? 4 minus 1, I have what? 3. So it means that AC becomes what? Root what? 3. Do you understand? If this place is root 3, don't forget we are focusing on angle 30. If this place becomes root 3, alright? So what will I have? I'll have sine, don't forget SOHCAHTOA. Let me write it here. SOHCAHTOA. Alright, SOHCAHTOA. Now sine 30, that is opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Opposite over what? Hypotenuse. Alright? And let me rub off this part. Opposite here, don't forget I said opposite means the part that is facing the the part that faces the angle is the what? Opposite. So opposite here is 1. Hypotenuse is what? 2. Alright, so sine 30 is 1 over 2. That is the special angle of sine 30 is 1 over what? 2. Now this will give me what? 0.5. What about cos 30? Cos 30, alright? Cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is this, right? That is root 3 over what? Hypotenuse is what? 2. So 2. The special angle of cos 30 is root 3 over 2. If I should divide this, I think I will be having 0.8660, okay? Then you now have tan 30, excuse me. We now have tan 30. So tan is opposite over what? Adjacent, right? Opposite over adjacent. Opposite is what? 1. Then adjacent is what? Root 3. But this is not the final answer. According to the rule of surd called rationalization of surd. So if I'm having 1 over root 3, it becomes 1 over root 3 times root 3 over what? Root 3. Root 3 times 1 is what? Root 3 over root 3 times root 3 is what? Root 9. So the square root of 9 is what? 3. So the special angle of sine 30 is 1 over 2, cos 30 root 3 over 2. Alright? So tan 30 root 3 over what? 3. That is what it is. Very, very simple. Now, when we now talk of sine 60, don't forget that what I just did is for sine 30. Then as for sine 60, I'm not going to be wasting much of my time. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove this 30 here. I'll remove this 30 and put this 60. Alright, and I'll be having this place as what? 60 degree. Now, I'll rub off this part. Now, don't forget we are still using same rule, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, that is sine 60. Sine 60, alright, we are done with sine 30. So the same thing, opposite over hypotenuse, here becomes the opposite, right? Here becomes the opposite, that is opposite over hypo. Opposite is root 3. And hypotenuse is what? 2. Alright, so cos 60, cos is what? Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse. Adjacent is what? 1. Then hypotenuse is what? 2. You can observe that cos 60 and sine 30 are the same. Alright, then sine 60 and cos 30 are the same. Okay, now the next one is what? Tan 60. Tan 60. Tan is what? Opposite over what? Adjacent. Is that not correct? Adjacent. So opposite here is what? Our opposite is root 3, right? Then adjacent is what? 1, meaning root what? 3. So sine 30 is 1 over 2 cos 30 root 3 over 2 cos, that is tan 30 root 3 over 3. Okay, then you now have sine 60 root 3 over 2 cos 60 1 over 2 tan 60 root 3. Now there's what I call, we have 3 basic trigonometry ratio. Basic trigonometry ratio. Alright, now the very first one is called cosec. It's called cosec. Alright, cosec, that is cosecant. Cosecant. And cosecant is a inverse of sine theta. So it becomes 1 over what? Sine theta. So cosec or cosecant is 1 over what? Sine theta. And the second one is sec. That is secant. And secant is the inverse form of cos. That is 1 over what? Cos theta. Alright? Then the third one is cot theta, and this is cotangent. And it is 1 over what? Tan theta. Alright? So these are the 3 basic trigonometry ratios, okay? Ratios. 3 basic trigonometry ratio. Cosec, that is cosecant, 1 over sine theta. Sec or secant, 1 over cos theta. Cot theta or cotangent, that is cotangent, 1 over what? Tan theta. So these are the 3 basic trigonometry ratio. Please do not forget that. It is very, very important. Okay, so if we've deduced for 30, 60 already, we are left with what? Special angle 45. So if I'm having a diagram like this, if I'm having a diagram like this, or a shape like this, what do we call this? This is a rectangle, right? This is angle 90, angle 90, angle 90, angle what? 90. Alright? This rectangle, what I have here is what? A rectangle. And the line that divides a rectangle into 2 equal parts, we call it what? Diagonal. Diagonal. Now, if we said that this place is already 90, and there's a line that has divided it into 2 parts, which means that this 90 here has been divided into 2. I'll now be having what? 45. So this here is 1, 1, 1, and what? 1. That must be noted. So let me bring out this shape. I have this is what I have. Alright, this angle 90, 45. So I can just put 1, any, that is A, B, C. Alright, A, B, C. Now to look for, don't forget the normal rule. AB squared equal to BC squared plus what? AC squared. AB squared we are looking for. So AB equal to square root of BC squared is 1 plus 1 squared, right? What will I be having next? So AB becomes what? The square root of what? 2. Because 1 times 1 is 1 plus 1 times 1, 1. So 1 plus 1, I'll have what? 2. So if that is the case, we'll now be doing for sine 45. Don't forget that this place is now what? Root 2. Alright, anywhere can be your opposite because here is 1, here is 1. So anywhere. So sine opposite, normal law, which is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is what? 1. Hypo is root 2. Then times root 2 over what? Root 2. I'll be having root 2 over what? 2. Why? Because 2 times 2, 4. The square root of 4 is what? 2. So sine 45 is what? Root 2. You now have cos 45. Cos is soka adjacent over hypotenuse. So toi. Alright, adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 1. Hypotenuse is what? Root 2 times root 2 over root what? 2. And this will give me root 2 over what? 2. Alright, very, very simple. Then what about tan? Tan is tan 45. Tan is opposite over what? Adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 1. Adjacent 1. So equal to what? 1. The special angle of sine 45 and cos 45 are the same. Root 2 over root 2 over 2. But that of tan 45 is just 1 over 1, and I will have what? 1. The special angle of tan 45 is 1. Are we good to go? So these are the first parts that must be noted. These are the parts you must understand in this topic before you start solving questions involving trigonometry. Alright, so let me do this. Let me show you something. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. If you are given an angle like this is just rough work. Alright, I have the angle here like this. I have A, B, I have C. Alright. I have A, B, C. I have A, B, C. Alright, based on what I have here, so how will you indicate the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is always the side facing angle 90, which is this part. The hypotenuse. In this case, here is opposite and here is what? Adjacent, right? In this case, here is opposite and here is adjacent, and in this case, here is opposite and here is what? Adjacent. So please, you must take a good look at it very well before you start indicating. It is very, very important you do that. Yes, it is very simple. If you are not careful enough, if you should do it thoroughly, you will feel it thoroughly. That is how it is. So let's start solving some questions. Let's look at, there's a question here that we have to solve together. They said if sine theta is equal to m squared minus n squared over m squared plus n squared, find cot theta. Alright, find cot theta. This is what we are expected to do. Now show you right solution. It says sine theta is m squared minus n squared over m squared plus what? N squared. You draw your angle. This plane is always the let me use A, B, and what? C. This is always the angle 90, right? Now they said, don't forget that sine is opposite, which means that this place is opposite. So let me use where should I? Okay. This plane becomes opposite, that is m squared minus what? N squared. Right? M squared minus n squared, because opposite over what? hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? M squared plus n squared. That is what we have it to be. And if that is the case, don't forget the law. That is AC squared equal to AB squared plus BC squared. Alright, so that is what we have. If that is the case, AC becomes M squared plus N squared all raised by 2 equal to, then AB M squared plus N squared, then plus, here is X, that is, this is the place we are looking for, so X squared. I don't want to use BC, let me also use X squared. Now, what are we going to do next? I believe you know what to do here. This becomes M squared plus N squared, then M squared plus N squared equal to the same thing here. What am I having? This place is minus, sorry. So M squared minus N squared, then M squared minus N squared. Right. So what will I do? I will expand this, okay? Now don't forget plus X squared. So I will now be having M squared over, I'll use to open the brackets. That is M squared open brackets, I'll put this, M squared plus N squared. I'm having N squared now, right? So plus N squared open brackets, then M squared plus N squared, bracket closes. That is for this, right? Then as for the other one, where I'm having M squared open brackets, M squared minus N squared. The next one is what? Minus N squared, right? Minus N squared. So M squared minus N squared. So plus X squared. So let me open a bracket. So this time this I have what? M4. This time this I have plus M squared N squared. Plus this time this I have M squared N squared. Then plus N4. That is for this one. Then this other one I have M4. This time this I have minus here. Then this time this I have M squared N squared. Then minus this time this M squared N squared. Minus times minus plus. Then I have N4. Right? I believe that is what it is. This time this is this. This time this is this. This time this is this. So this time this is this. Very correct. This time this. This time this. This time this. I have this. Minus times minus I have plus. So this is very, very correct. So what do I have now? I have M4. This plus this becomes 2M squared N squared. Right? Then plus N4 equal to M4, then minus M squared N squared, then minus M squared N squared. This becomes minus 2M squared N what? Squared, right? Then I have what? Plus N4, then plus X squared. So what happens next? Automatically this will cancel out this, right? That's what it is. I'll now be having 2M squared N squared. This one is crossing, becomes plus 2M squared N squared. And automatically this will go into this. Yeah, because this cross becomes minus. So plus N4 minus N4 is out. You will now be having okay, you're having X squared. Alright, X squared. So this plus this, I have 4. That is, this plus this is 4. Then M squared N squared. X becomes the square root of 4M squared N what? Squared. Right? So X becomes the square root of 4 is 2. These two cancel out this and this. I'll now be having what? Mn. Alright, so the value of X is what? 2mn. Is that the final answer? No. They said we should look for what? Cots. Like cots theta. Okay, what should I do? Let me rub up this part. The cell should look for cot theta. Let me bring out this diagram again. I have this. This is what I had at first. Alright, so here it was m squared minus n squared. Then here I'm having 2mn, right? That's what we got. Then this place is m squared plus n squared. Alright, if that is the case, don't forget that cot theta is 1 over tan theta. 1 over what? Tan theta. And tan, we have tan to be what? Opposite. That is soka-toa. That is opposite over what? Adjacent. This is tan theta, right? This 1 over opposite over adjacent. This is for this. So if I should solve further, I'll be having adjacent over what? Opposite. Alright, the inverse. Don't forget that. So it becomes cot theta equal to adjacent now is what? 2mn over opposite m squared minus what? N squared. So this becomes the final answer. Very, very simple. Just take it step by step. You get the answer. Very, very simple. What if, for example, you are given something like this? Like simplify cos 45 sine 45. Alright, simplify cos 45 sine 45. Cos 60 sine 60 over and cos 30, then sine 30, then tan okay, we say tan 45. Alright, so how will you go about it? Very, very easy. Okay, you take it step by step. Now, what is cos 45? Cos 45 is root 2 over 2 times sine 45 root 2 over 2 times cos 60. I think cos 60 sine 30 has them, that is 1 over 2 times, what about sine 30, please? What? Okay, this is cos 60 is 1 over 2. Then what is sine 60? This sine 60 was root 3 over 2, right? Root 3 over 2. Let us check it out again. I had this. Here was 1, 2. We had root 3, right? 60. Then soka-toa. Alright? Tan, opposites over adjacent. Adjacent, we got opposite 2. What did we get just now? I'm trying to remember the exact stuff that we did. Let me do it all over again, please. I would have written it out before. So I have this. I was having this. Here was 2, 1. We got root 3. That is 30. Then 60. Then okay. So we had tan. Soka-toa. Opposite is 2. Adjacent. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. Okay. I think this is root 3. Right, 2 then 1. What is going wrong now? What is wrong? I don't want to. I think sine 60 is root 3 over 2. Sine 60 should be root 3 over 2 now. Is it root 3 over 2 or root 3 over 3? It should be root 3 over 2, yeah. Then cos 30 is 1 over 2 sine cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 over 2 sine 30, 1 over 2 tan 45, 1. This, I have to be sure of what I'm doing. Let me do everything again. This is 30, 30, 30, 1, 1, 2, 2. Alright. Okay. Yes. I've gotten it. Alright, this place was 1, 2, then root what? 3. And 60, we wrote it like this. Alright. So then we said, what is it called now? Tan 45. Okay, what was causing the issue just now? Is it tan or is sine? Sine 60. Sine, that is opposite. Look at what I was. Joseph. So, that is opposite root 3 over hypotenuse 2. Yeah, that is correct. Voila. So, what happens? Then this is this times this is 4, right? So this times this is root 4. So the square root of 4 is what? 2. And let me bring it down. So this times this is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So 2 times root 3 is what? 2 root 3 over 2 times 2 4 times 2 8 times 2 what? 16. Then times this times this is don't forget there's a division sign here. Okay, let me just take it step by step. Divided by root 3 over 4. This becomes 2 root 3 over 16 times 4 over what? Root 3. So now what we are going to be having? So 2 root 3 over 16 divided by root 3 over 4. So I'll have this into this is 1, this to this is 4, this to this is 1, then this into 4, okay, 1, 4, then 1, 2. So I now have root 3 over 2 times 1 over root 3. And this will give me, this times this is root 3 over 2 root 3. So let me cancel that very well. This is root 3 over 16, root 3 over 4. So I'll be having 2 root 3 over 16 times 4 over root 3. Okay. Then 4 into 4, 1. 4 into 16 is what? 4. Good. So 2 here, 1. 2 into 4, I have 2. Yes, I have this. Alright, this is what I have. So this becomes times 2 root 3 over 2 root what? 3. I'll be having 2 times 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. That is root 3 times root 3 is root 9. Square root of 9 is 3 over 2 times 2, 4. Then times 3. 2 times 3, I have 6 over this time this I have what? 12. So my answer becomes what? 6 here 1, 6 here 2. My answer becomes what? 1 over 2. Alright, that is the final answer. Please, if you know you have learned something in this video, endeavor to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Do have a wonderful day.